Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. The Sultanate of Oman and the Republic of Belarus discussed bilateral cooperation in the health sector, such as pharmaceutical industries, training doctors and treating patients. This came during the reception of His Excellency Dr. Hilal bin Ali Sabti, Minister of Health, His Excellency Alexei Bogdanov, Minister of Anti-Monopoly Regulation and Trade of the Republic of Belarus, and his accompanying delegation. His Excellency the guest praised the development witnessed by the Sultanate of Oman in the health fields and services. In alignment with the health priorities of Oman Vision 2040, the Ministry of Health has successfully concluded a pivotal leadership development program aimed at preparing the next generation of healthcare leaders to manage institutions across the Sultanate. More details in the following report.
In line with Oman Vision 2040, the Ministry of Health has successfully concluded its leadership development program for healthcare management designed to prepare future healthcare leaders across the Sultanate. Launched in October 2023 in collaboration with the World Health Organization, the program focused on enhancing leadership skills to improve the quality of healthcare services. His Excellency Dr. Hilal Sabti, Minister of Health, emphasized its importance in building a strong leadership foundation and ensuring a seamless succession in critical roles.
This program identifies people with leadership skills and develops them further in order to make sure we have the proper skills and proper scientific background to implement them when we are becoming leaders. And this goes with the Oman Vision of 2040, basically to develop an internationally well-reputed leaders.
Dr. Nasser bin Hamad Al-Azri highlighted the program's role in preparing second-tier leaders through strategic management and scientific approaches vital for sustainability of Oman's healthcare system. The program culminated in participants presenting innovative projects aligned with national health goals, including smart applications for patients' flow and artificial intelligence-driven pharmaceutical management.
As a participant, we have undergone intensive training and development focusing on strategic leadership and policy formulation. Additionally, we have honed our skills in implementing effective management practices, specifically tailored to meet the unique needs of the healthcare sector in Oman.
So the Healthcare Leadership Program is one of the best programs developed in Oman, and it just came at the right time. We are, as a third party from Sultan Qaboos University, we are a research team evaluating the effectiveness of the program. We use different approach, including quantitative and qualitative approach, using the NHS Academy framework for evaluating the healthcare services, and the evaluation proved its effectiveness in improving the skills of the participants.
In the closing ceremony, His Excellency Dr. Hilal Sabti honored 38 participants from key institutions, recognizing their efforts in shaping the future of healthcare leadership in Oman. This program marks a critical step towards achieving Oman's Vision 2040, ensuring that the health sector is led by capable and innovative leaders ready to meet the challenges of tomorrow. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Oman Medical Specialty Board Center, Muscat.
A workshop on health control implemented by the Ministry of Interior in cooperation with the General Secretariat of the Gulf Cooperation Council concluded in the Far Governorate. The workshop aimed to educate health inspectors on modern methods of food control and market monitoring. It also sought to provide a platform for Gulf health inspectors to exchange knowledge and expertise. The workshop stressed on the importance of continuous coordination between GCC relevant authorities to ensure the sustainability of food security and customer safety. The third session of the New Media and Digital Age Forum was opened in the Wilaya of Salalah. The session highlights the future of Omani media in the age of artificial intelligence and reviews the extent of the impact of technologies on the content industry. It also examines the possibility of framing a set of ethical controls for artificial intelligence practices in the media space and the legislative and legal controls that define them, as well as investment opportunities in this field. The number of visitors to Dhofar Governorate since the beginning of the Kharif season until mid-August has exceeded 816,000 visitors, an increase of 10.3% compared to the same period last year. Statistics issued by the National Center for Statistics and Information showed that the number of Omani visitors exceeded 567,000 visitors, and the number of visitors from the Gulf Cooperation Council countries exceeded 139,000. while the number of visitors from other nationalities reached 108,540 visitors. Still to come in our news bulletin. The Ministry of Heritage and Tourism concludes the mobile promotional campaigns in the Republic of India. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugees, UNRWA, announced the murder of 212 United Nations employees in the ongoing Israeli occupation aggression on Gaza Strip since the beginning of last October. UNRWA explained in a statement that the United Nations institutions have been subjected to about 464 attacks since the beginning of the Israeli aggression, despite the presence of more than 1.5 million displaced persons sheltering inside them, which led to the martyrdom of more than 563 Palestinians and the injury of about 1,790. The UNRWA indicated that 600,000 children have become out of school due to the Israeli aggression, stressing the catastrophic health and humanitarian conditions in Gaza, with the spread of diseases and infections epidemics among the displaced Palestinians.
Along with their families. These relocations took place at very short notice and in dangerous.
The European Union's top diplomat said today that the bloc should consider imposing sanctions on some government ministers in Israel over their remarks about the war in Gaza. EU Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell stated that some Israeli ministers have been launching unacceptable, hateful messages against the Palestinians and proposing things that go clearly against international law and is an incitation to commit more crimes. Borrell did not name the ministers, but earlier this month he criticized the Zionist finance minister over remarks suggesting that the starvation of Gaza's population of more than 2 million Palestinians might be just and moral until hostages captured in Hamas's October 7th attack on southern Israel are returned home. Borrell said there should be no taboos to prevent the EU from ensuring that international humanitarian law is respected. Crews for two of Michigan's largest utilities were working to restore power yesterday to more than 300,000 homes and businesses left in the dark amid hot, muggy conditions after severe storms toppled trees and snapped power poles. More than 302,000 Michigan customers were without power around noon yesterday, most in the central and southeastern part of the state. Severe storms also toppled trees in the Chicago area, damaging homes and automobiles after 2 days of heat that set a record high of 37.2 Celsius Tuesday at O'Hare International Airport. The overnight storms also dropped hail the size of tennis balls in parts of McHenry County in Chicago's far northwest suburbs and broke the heat wave in northern Illinois. At least 3 people are dead after a typhoon lashed southern Japan with torrential rain and strong winds today. The typhoon started a crawl up the length of the archipelago and raised concerns of flooding, landslides, and extensive damage. The typhoon ripped through the city of Miyazaki, knocking down trees, throwing cars to the side in parking lots, and shattering windows of some buildings. The Prefectural Disaster Management Task Force said 40 buildings were damaged. Around midday, the typhoon was moving north at 15 kilometers per hour, and its winds had weakened to 126 knots per hour. Nearly 250,000 households were without power across Kyushu, most of them in the Kagoshima prefecture. Miroslav Jenka, the Assistant Secretary General for Europe, Central Asia and the Americas, said, "We are alarmed regarding reported incidents around nuclear facilities in Ukraine and Russia during the Security Council meeting yesterday. In August, a drone strike near the plant's perimeter, significant damage from a fire at a cooling tower, and ongoing military activity close to the site, according to Jenka. He also mentioned rising concerns over the safety of the Kursk nuclear power plant in Russia, where drone remains were found on the premises. The UN's alternate representative of the US for Special Political Affairs criticized the Kremlin for endangering the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. He also urged Russia to comply with the demands of over 100 UN General Assembly members to return control of the plant to Ukrainian authorities. The latest satellite imagery and analysis of the National Multi-Hazard Early Warning Center indicate that a deep tropical depression is centered in the northwest of the Indian subcontinent at a latitude of 23.7 north and a longitude of 69.4 east, and is about 1,000 from the coasts of the Sultanate of Oman. The wind speed around the center is estimated at about 28 to 30 knots, with the possibility of it developing into a tropical storm within the next 48 hours and moving westward towards Oman Sea. Preliminary forecasts indicate a 60% chance that the tropical system will move in the coming days towards the Sultanate of Oman's coasts, with chances of affecting the northern governorates by clouds advection associated with varying intensity of rain starting from Sunday, the 1st of September. The Civil Aviation Authority calls on everyone to follow up with the weather forecasts and news. The Ministry of Heritage and Tourism concluded the mobile promotional campaigns in the Republic of India with the participation of tourism companies, hotel establishments, and the most prominent sector partners from both countries. The ministry seeks to attract companies and tourists from various global markets and introduce them to the features and status of the Sultanate of Oman, in addition to promoting and marketing the most prominent services, products, and facilities in the Omani tourism sector. An exhibition of electric vehicles was held in Salalah as part of the Green Transportation Initiative in the Sultanate of Oman, organized by the Ministry of Transport, Communications and Information Technology. The exhibition, which will continue until August 30th, promotes the use of clean vehicles and increases community awareness of the importance of green transportation. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main headlines once again. The Sultanate of Oman and the Republic of Belarus discuss in Muscat aspects of bilateral cooperation in the health field. The new Media and Digital Age Forum discusses in the Wilaya of Salalah the challenges of using artificial intelligence in Omani media. And the number of visitors to the Far Kharif season increases by more than 10% until mid-August, exceeding 816,000 visitors. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin from all of us here at the newsroom and the studios. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely weekend.